Well, welcome back, friends and fans. Raptor here. Welcome to part 13 of Climb Mount Narodnaya here in Japan for Wargame Red Dragon. So I've been doing a little bit of thinking. Don't worry, there's nothing to fear. I know, don't don't dive into the dirt just yet. Trust me, I've got an interesting plan that I thought of between the previous turn and this turn now. So we have our pending naval battle here at Naval Sector Juliet. I'm not really fearing that too much. The ROKN Southern Fleet we'll be able to take care of that no problem, and of course we'll get our planes deployed before we fight that battle to Karatsu just in case they counterattack. But one of the nuts that we have not yet been able to crack yet is Wargame, Nankoku, and Iu. Here at this island, we've not been able to really touch it yet due to insufficient points and inability to make the attack due to other threats. So I think it's time we focus here and get some more income, and with that added income, we can call out forces much faster to, for instance, Karatsu or Kitakyushu or Komodo Dragon, yes, and eventually take over the entirety of this island. The more we can flood in, the sooner the better. We're only on turn 8, and we could probably take all of these airports in the necessary turns. However, we may have to wait out the entire 16 turns in order to be victorious. So if we have to continuously defend for multiple turns, we're going to need a ton of units. So we have our Naval Sector Bravo here with plenty of enemy helicopters coming towards it. They'll obviously attack Gobo, Obama, Totoriri, Tutsuyama, Hiroshima, wherever they get a chance, really. And what we need to do is make use of the Kuznetsov now. Now, of course, I've started my attack here, and we're pretty much... I can't believe how... this is only turn 8. Now, again, it's only going to get harder, so my excitement right now is probably a little too premature. But let's take over this island and get some added income and added defense against the enemy's invading aircraft. By the way, we have airborne infantry here in Blackhawks, Super Chinooks, Mountaineers, Cobras, and such. We have Kiowas and Stingers, and, of course, then we've got the... big boy Apaches here, so we're going to need some forces to defend against those. So here was my plan. So Nankoku, the reason I haven't attacked so far is we could really only muster naval forces, and to make a naval landing here and push all the way up both sides would be absolutely impossible, at least in one of the turns, and I didn't want to... I had my hands too full at the time, but I think now the grape is ripe and it's time to pluck. So let us go. All right. So I think two of the most important things in this well, I guess what would you the task force? I was going to call it the fleet, but this task force, the most important things they have is number one, the Strelas. They have 16 of those, which can shoot down all of those choppers and the incoming helicopters as well. So if we were to land at Nankoku and crush them, we have a pretty damn good defense against the enemy. So the 345th VDV Regiment is going to be deployed. And nothing better to get across a giant river in the middle of a field or assist in a naval landing like helicopters. So we're also going to call out the Kuznetsov DSHV Regiment, which is basically VDV in helicopters. Now, before we go any further, I'm also going to bring down our Strelas, or possibly refit them if we can. But actually, if we catch these guys between a rock and a hard place, they'll have nowhere to go but Iu, and we can basically just block them, and they can keep that one little island eventually. We could probably negotiate for it, though I'm not sure if it's needed. But we're going to add pressure onto them from the north and from the south, so we'll have our Marines disembark and land immediately at Nankoku, and we will have ourselves a nice and very interesting battle at Nankoku. Interesting, I say, because we're bringing a lot of helicopters, and unfortunately they have gun tanks and M40. I'm not really concerned about those, but the short arrows are something to be concerned about, especially they have a very good range against helicopters, 3325, so we're going to have to basically avoid those things at all costs. They do have ×8 as well, so they would probably win against our helicopters no problem, as well as the gun tanks. However, they're not, well, they are just as plentiful, so we'll have to be on the lookout for both of those. Fortunately, because we're making a naval landing, we will have the help of the tarantulas, and so, or not the tarantulas, but the nanushkas, so we'll be able to bring them up as well. So let us battle at Nankoku, and we will finally have that 15-point call-in. Alright, speaking of call-ins, don't be afraid to call in a friend and tell them to check the channel out and help us grow. And again, I'd love to thank you guys for all the help and support you've given us so far. Greatly, greatly appreciated. So the enemy may attack. They do have a lot of helicopters, so to fly from EU to center would not be a problem. Though we're going to use our naval forces to both defend and attack, so we're going to bring up our Nunchuck right now. And we're going to try to maybe attack Dimitri if we can, and defend its center, and we'll have a nice beachhead here to bring in additional forces. Though we don't really have any for naval, we can definitely work our way up to Wargame and have a nice call out there. Fortunately for us as well, all of our vehicles, including the VDV vehicles, are amphibious, and believe it or not, Mi-24D is also amphibious. They can also fly over bodies of water. Breakthrough technology. Only given to you by the Soviet Union. So, also Strelas are amphibious. Basically, everything we could bring in is amphibious, so there's not going to be an issue of getting troops in from Naval Sector Quebec after capturing center. So, or once we hold center, there's no way we can do a call out. So, anyway, let us begin. All right, so we'll get those. We'll get the naval ships right up to the coast. They can go anywhere. I believe up to the bridge, or maybe even under it. I'm actually not sure, but I'm pretty sure they can only go up to about here until it becomes river, but I'm not sure exactly how that's set up. So speaking of setup, let's get our setup set up, and we'll get up. Let's see, we probably won't need some Strelas, because if we keep a Nanushka right there, it can defend itself. In fact, these ships are capable of carrying 40 OSA missiles, which have 50% accuracy. So that's good. As for helicopters, I'm not going to worry too much. Our best option for ground defense is probably going to be VDV-90. So we'll probably put a couple of them in the forest just to slow down the enemy. I think they do have rockets too, so they'll probably crush those, but at least it'll give them something to fire at there rather than the BMP-1K. Now, Dimitri is going to have to be taken, and they don't have a navy, so don't worry about that. The Nanushkas will come up to Dimitri, and then once we've secured the area, we can capture it with an Mi-4 PK and hopefully work our way to Wargame. Then we can go into Fedor and clear out there, and EU, but of course, all plans. I've done all this planning just, you know, all of a sudden, but still it doesn't mean anything. 90 points, by the way, on the Spetsnaz, though they only have napalm rounds, so VDV will be much more superior here, as they have anti-vehicle rockets, RPG-7s and such. Are they the 7s? RPG-16Ds, rather. And let's see what the... Oh, and the VDV ground forces get the Vampire. So they're basically the same range. Oh, the Vampires are actually more accurate. Wow, okay, so if we get any vehicles, we'll be pretty set. Alright, Mi-24Ds, again, we're going to go into Dimitri with 2 of them, 2 groups of 2. We can land here and make sure the area is secure with VDV. Then actually we could send troops up VDV up to Fedor, unload them outside the city, and push right up into Fedor to try to find a command. And then Wargame, we can focus on that. We'll have Dimitri and Fedor, so Wargame will be easier to capture. It'll come down to these helicopters as well. So what I should actually do is probably keep... I don't know if I trust this, but we'll keep these groups closer together, and we'll try to land over here. I'm really planning this one out too, by the way, because it comes down to this. This is the most important battle of the game, I believe, because we're going to be getting 15 points here, and this can turn everything around. The sooner the better. The less turns we need to get 15 extra points. Of course, I could have did it much earlier, but we're only on turn 8, which is halfway through. That's pretty damn good, especially since we've got the peninsula already, and the island's going to be convinced to be communist in a few minutes. Alright, so we've got, by the way, the command ship here, I'm just going to keep it for the 1 extra point. We'll have an income total of 5. And let's get a recon out too, maybe. And we'll keep some helicopters behind just for defense. Oh, wow, these are 40 points each. I didn't think they were that expensive. I guess our best recon then will be helicopters. Wow, I can't even afford one. Oh, wow. Okay, well, regardless, let us begin. Here we go. Alright, so we're landing at Dimitri there. And we're landing at Fedor. I'm going to try to actually go up here. And you'll see in a minute. I'm going to try to spread out our landings. They've captured Fedor, and Okay, they've abandoned Dmitri. By the way, we need to get these ships moving before we start this attack, I believe. Or at least at the same time. Wow, those Mi-24Ds are really clumped up. Where are we going here? Alright, these guys are going up here to Fedor. Don't want to get close to any of those Hawk AAs. That's not good. Looks like an OH-6D is doing a little peeking. Yep. Troop transport's there. A FOB. Looks like it's out in the open. Send our VDV in to just make sure the area is secure before bringing in a helicopter command. We're basically defenseless. I hope that's just a Huey, as the tradition of the enemy player so far. Yep, there it is. Oh wow, we actually have our nunchuck very close to a FOB too. I guess I didn't even realize that. That's good, we can always resupply now. These ships are basically, oh bastards. These ships are basically T-80Us on the ocean. God, that UH-1's being a real butt. Get out of here, no one likes you. Go back to we were soldiers. Thank you. Alright. A couple of rounds and that was dealt with. Alright, let's move into town. It's probably going to be infantry here. We would have seen vehicles by now. And I'm smelling some possible enemy units coming from below on the road, so we're going to move back here. And it looks like they're actually coming with all their, oh, their air force is approaching. Okay, well, it's a tense moment here. Wow, we actually lost a troop or two. Nanushka not seeing anything over here at Dmitri. Oh. Maybe they did. Maybe they killed something. Must have been an AA unit around here somewhere. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. We can always get the FOB back there. We're going to wait until Fedor is secure before we go any further. In fact, oh, yep, infantry. Knew it. They're moving house to house. Or no, that's a vehicle. Well, we got to get into cover as soon as possible. Looks like they're moving their commands. Nanashikis. Bastards. Commands fleeing. Mi-24Ds are giving us good support. I hear a vehicle firing. Oh, we pissed off AA. Yep, there it is. Right up the road. And we got a Hawk in the back. Oh, Maragame is our only escape. If that hits, it's both helicopters down. Wow, they actually survived? No way. Whoa. 40 infantry on the way here. Looks like we could have a capture here. Alright, we just captured a command, and I wonder if those cargo trucks will be convinced too. Regardless, we do have another call-out zone now. And we can't go past that bridge, I'm thinking. Nope. Forward operating base is ours. I actually might switch targets and go for that Maragame instead. Vehicles are getting ready to cross the... I don't know why he's not shooting. Just shoot. Rockets are coming in on the VDV while they're taking a pounding. We've taken very few losses in comparison to what we... Oh no, those mats could be a probleme for the... Oh, guess not. All right, let's bring the nunchuck up here, see if we can engage from a little closer range. Helicopters are keeping their distance, though. They know they're going to be beat. Mi-24Ds are perfect here, but we're going to need to find that Hawk up here first before we go and do that. So let's actually see where that command is. Man, I hope there's nothing between here and Maragame. We better check. Capture Dmitri for a while, get some additional points. 14 minutes left to destroy all enemy units and or capture what we need to. Ooh, looks like there was an arrow rolling around town. Be a nice kill. Damn, that thing's fast. Let's make short work of the short arrow. Come on, boys. Short arrow. That thing should be called a longbow. Oh, wow. Looks like he's driving up our street. What the hell? Damn, that thing. Okay, here comes Mel Gibson. He's done. Just like his career. Racist! Oh, short arrow. There we go. 65 points on that thing? Damn. Oh, and we just killed 100. Oh, was there a command unit in that helicopter again? Wow. No way. Well, at least our Mi-24Ds. Wow, this is lucky. I had no idea there would be a fob there. Alright, let's bring up some AA. It can float, but there's a fob there, so it can be refueled. Dimitri is ours. I'm going to take a risk at Wargame. I'm not sure if there's going to be rockets or anything firing, but looks like we do have the field. On the right side, we're going to bring up AA then and make a nice tight net around the helicopters and get them rounded up. And then, oh, I can't even believe this. There's no way we would have been able to do it with those ground forces. The helicopters are making all the difference here, not only in this individual campaign, but in this mission or this battle, but in the campaign itself. Helicopters have been absolutely astounding. They have been worth their weight in, I don't know, pictures of Vladimir Putin. I'm sure they're pretty priceless over there at the moment. I don't know. Whatever you want to say, they're extremely valuable. I'd like to get these VDV resupplied, but we're going to need some sort of escort to get up there, and unfortunately these vehicles aren't enough. Oh, actually, we can capture from Wargame as soon as that lands. Those AHSs are just waiting to die, and as soon as our Strela get in, it's going to be quite a while. But hopefully they get there as soon as possible. If they move, though, let's see. The range on this is 2,800 on helicopters. So if they get 1,000 meters closer, we can open fire. VDV, of course, are ready to go. Wargame's ready to go. Let's see if we can lure them into a little bit of an attack there. You know what? No, we don't want any of that. Let's call out these Strelas, the rest of our VDV 90, and another group of helicopters. I don't know if we got that command or that Hawk in the north, but I'm gonna bring these helicopters out just as sort of reinforcements. Looks like that OH-6D is trying to get a little sneaky. I'm not sure if we can get into Fedor without using our infantry, so we're going to have to rescue the troops at Fedor first to make sure they can move. They're going to be needed for the final assault on EU, or IO, or however you pronounce it. It really doesn't matter. The only thing we know is that they're going to be speaking Russian very soon. 2,100 on that range. Ooh, looks like cargo trucks are coming back. Hello, beautiful. That would very much help the VDV. In fact, if there's sake on there, Comrade Essen and Chirchirov, Viklin and Leznov all know how to make vodka out of rice wine. Yeah, come on. Where's the last truck? Are these? Oh, wow. Is that a whole cavalcade of cargo trucks? Wow. Oh, we're going to have sushi and... well, by the way, down below, comment on what your favorite Japanese food dish is then. Is it... you know, obviously there's some universal dishes like just fried rice. I suppose that's both Japanese and Chinese. It's not breakthrough technology, but let me know. What do you like? What do you not like? I've tried sushi before. Very good. Many times, of course. I shouldn't just say I've tried it, but I've had it many times, and always delicious. Always. Alright, looks like they're not falling for the whole come on over, bro thing. I don't want to get too close and lose our men. Alright, so we have helicopters ready to go. Ooh, looks like Mitsubishis are coming over. As soon as these VDV are reinforced, which they are, we're just going to go ahead and leave town then. Or take cover anyway. Oh, look at all those units. Let's move up here. Oh, did I not call out all the infantry? Oh, silly me. I missed one. That's okay. Oh, Mats are having second thoughts. We're going to spread out our helicopters along the river to search for attacks and to use as makeshift recon. They're a little spendy, but they're plentiful. Cannot afford them to sneak past me now. We're gonna come up right behind. Oh, look at that. It's all AT. They're gone. You see that? The VDV actually moved faster than their missile. Alright, we're gonna try to cut them off down here, blocking the door. 3 points, Japan? Why, thank you. They must have heard that their Saki was up here and immediately went up there. Hell, I would. Helicopters still haven't moved. I really need to get them out of the way. I just kind of want them to be dumb like these MATs. They're probably going for this cargo trucks, though, to destroy them. No, you don't. Enter Romulan mode. Alright, good. Now VDV need resupply again. Jesus. Alright, let's head back into town. We'll get all of our troops out on foot now. Zekrets here can basically go into the forest and be on defense. We're so close to that objective. It's awesome. Wow, this is so cool. I feel like I know how to play this game finally by just basically declaring what I was going to do. And it didn't go perfect, but could be a lot worse. Could be like that Harrier situation, or not the Harrier, but the Hornet situation in the previous round. May as well have been Harriers for how hairy that situation. You guys see what I did there? Yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Alright, so we're going to refuel these Strelas and see if we can push them out of the area. These troops will be able to shoot at us before we shoot at them if we get too close. And it looks like SSRs are trying to get a little sneaky on something. What the hell are they trying to do? We can't let them fire their missiles, though. Oh, it looks like the nunchucks going a little hi-ya on them. Oh, wow. Hold on a second. We might not even need to fire. Oh, good. I'm glad our ships finally got to destroy something. That came in handy. Alright, so the Strelas are basically just going to go into the forest, and they'll push up with those other AA units at the same time. Once those helicopters are out of the way, we're going to make our push, and our infantry will come up on that other side. I guess we'll keep some troops behind to block the bridge and make sure they don't get around us. Oh, these are VDV-90, by the way. Smarter than your average communist. Alright, let's go back to base. Wow, so we've captured a FOB and some supply trucks that will prove to be extremely useful in the defense of this region. I'm going to go back here with this individual helicopter and make sure nothing sneaks around. Mi-24Ds will be the last line of defense. Those will be the last things we call in before capturing this area. Sapri is worthless at the moment. More helicopters would be great, but they're spendy. And Schmells, we may as well fire a Schmel at them. Schmel with the rock is cooking. Yeah. Right, so we have, we have elite, by the way, elite points currently. Alright, let's go ahead and capture the rest of these areas, make sure we have them all. I know it won't make much of a difference for the next battle, but I don't know. I rarely get to do it, and so since we went from 5 points to basically, oh, I don't know, 10, 20, 40,000 points, hopefully. That's me not wanting to do the math. Looks like the helicopters are on the move all of a sudden. They must feel that their grip is pretty light now, or they saw the Strela, one of the two. Let's get up there. What's the range? 31? It's 26, 25, so they know something's up. Alright, if we push the infantry forward without helicopter cover, they'll be smashed. Look at this. You can just tell that, oh, they totally want to attack. Nunchucks ready to go. Here we go. Move up, Strela. Now's the time. They got impatient. Alright, so we lost a whole thing of VDV. That shouldn't have happened, but at least they lost all their helicopters. Come on, man. You gotta fire sometime today. That's unacceptable. 30,000 rocket fires to do that. Nunchuck should be able to see these units. That's unacceptable that the bridge was there. Just the edge of the bridge. That was ridiculous. Anyway, so we lost only some VDV for that. No big deal. All that's a good trade. Now all of our VDV will come up. Victory, that's what it stands for, damn it. Oh, and here comes the counter rockets. We may as well get in there and attack now. Tows are coming up. You're gonna need a tow truck when I'm done with you. Alright, let's get all of our VDV to push in now. Now's the time. Alright, we're going to put our sea crests over here. They'll probably be lured into an attack. Looks like they've got tanks. Ah, all their AAs right up front. Well, they just fired their rockets, which means it's going to be hard for them to counterattack now. And if all their AA is on the left side, then or on the right side, we'll take the left then. We could probably even come up behind them, but I think that other hawk might be there, so I'm really not going to do that. Just keep moving, man. Sometimes, man. These cheap transports are nothing. Wildly effective. Nice work. These are our East German homies, by the way, helping us out big time. Still taking some losses on those light Ryan Seacrest units. No big deal. Ninjas there as well. Kiryuka Hawk is getting ready. Oh no. Well, actually, let's move into the forest. Everything can attack now. Signal flares to the ninja to let it know we're here, I guess. Gun takes are in the back. MSSR. Hard to say that thing. Alright, we're going after the gun tanks. VDV are almost in position. There we go. Have them fight door to door. There we go. You are infested with communism. Oh, what? Opponent surrendered. Second helicopter battalion crushed there. No, that should have been. Oh, I should have crushed them completely. That was pretty sweet. Damn. Too bad we couldn't get the rest of those units though. But that's okay. Coming up behind them is a whole cavalcade of commies. So, alright, I think that's it for this installment. That was a pretty damn good move. We'll continue then next with a naval battle, so get excited for that in part 14. And then perhaps we'll get into Kukumoto. I want to come up with a cool name for that. Hello Moto? Kukumunga? I don't know. Anyway, until next time, please tell a friend, leave that like. Thank you so much for your support. Keep your passwords and pimp hand strong, and we'll see ya.